Hey, I'm live. Wow, that shirt really doesn't lend well for TV. It's like I'm wearing a shirt made out of static. I wanted to make a video with a little bit more sanity behind it. I'm going to be going live on January 22nd at 4 o'clock for that Wealth 365 event. And you guys should tune in because I'm going to tear apart the entire industry and the whole premise to everything that we know and we think we know. It's going to be a lot of fun because, again, I don't really care whether or not people sign up for what I'm doing here, because if you haven't been following along, everything's working. Now, whether or not you believe or not that we're in a simulated reality, which I believe in, every day things start glaring me in the face that maybe this is not even real. None of this is real. You understand the stock market's disconnected from reality at this point. Do you understand some of the premise, what's the past tense of premises, some of the ideas that I've had are based on just, funny stuff, with this space stock, SPCE. This all started as, hey, technical speaking, if it breaks over 1080, it's probably going to be a good buy. And the IPOs, generally, if they get through the 10, they go back to that 1250, and they get through 1250, they go to 15. We're here at 15, but there was more to the story. We're in a bull market that never ends. You've got a couple of billionaires who issued this stock. Do you think they got into the market to lose money? Do you understand the laws of supply and demand? I bought the stock because of technicals first, and of course I love the story, and I'm a nerd, and I love space, and I just keep saying Shatner over and over again every time I buy more stock. The options were cheap. What's up, my man? Reason I'm here is just I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on the situation, but I'm wearing a dress shirt. You got to imagine either I'm going to a wedding or a funeral. A guy that I used to, my sister's father-in-law, my brother-in-law, I guess, his dad passed away. And this was a guy we used to talk rational thought, 15, 20 years ago about the market and, stuff that based on things that you could, hold in your hands. And even I wasn't a big fundamental analysis kind of guy, but, when you start looking at exploding revenues and EBITDA and earnings per share and that kind of stuff, it's fun to make, it's fun when the stock fundamentally makes sense, the story makes sense, and then you have the technical analysis that makes sense. True fundamentalist guys don't believe in technicals. I, on the other hand, believe only in technicals, and that's what led me into this space. The more and more people that emailed me and questioned my idea on SPCE, the same question came up. They don't make any money. How are they going to make any money? Why would you want to own a stock that chances are not going to make any money? You don't want them to make money. The whole market is built on speculation and short squeezes. Has the fortunes changed so dramatically, for Beyond Meat, or how the fortunes really changed that much for Tesla? As a matter of fact, the stock has now gained, I don't know what the number is, but stock was 180 and now it's 532. Not that much has changed for the company to warrant that dramatic of a stock increase based on fundamentals. Come on, let's be serious. The one thing that is trading on fundamentals is U.S. Steel. Okay, hang on a second. Let me go punch my dog in the face. So going back to this entire premise right now and how I'm going to tear people, if they allow me, if they don't cut me off, I'm going to tear this industry up. Because again, the industry, and as much as I'm on the fringe of the industry, you understand? The last time I was part of the industry was when I was a stockbroker, and you know how quickly I left the industry once I found out how corrupt and awful it was. The only sort of real job that I had was when I was suckered by T3, those scumbag assholes that promised me that I was going to be, doing the videos and being a part of that virtual trading floor. And all they wanted to do was just sucker my subscribers over there to pay $600 a month for their dumb, awful platform. Those are the only 2 times that I've actually had some sort of real responsibility as a member of a particular firm. My entire life, I've pretty much skated by as an independent trader and running my own business now. And now this hit the bid thing, which had started as kind of a little joke, just me and my friends hanging out, and then we got a couple of guys that I trained well enough. Now they have some skills to articulate what we're trying to get across here. And now it's a business. All right. And again, nobody does what we do. We offer a free trial to kick the tires and see if we can produce. And again, this is the business model that I'm going to stick with, even though we're altering it a little bit. I cannot continue to offer a month of our time. If you give it 2 weeks, you're going to see what we do, especially during earnings season and Goldman Sachs trade today. Our main trades are the earnings reversals around the VWAP and the multi-day VWAP, and we got one today. So when I was saying a couple of days ago how skill does not exist in this market, you still got to know certain levels. You should know a little bit about your technicals, a little bit about your fundamentals, and a little bit about everything. And that's what we do. We're not sitting here giving stock picks, and we're not claiming that all of these picks are going to be, good. Right now, everything's working because all ships are rising. And that's another glaring indication of why U.S. Steel probably is going to go to zero, is that if your stock's not going up in this environment, you have a terrible, terrible stock and you should sell it. It doesn't matter how much money you're down. Sell it. You're going to find something better to be involved in. You're going to find a Spce or, again, Aaoi or, what are some of the new ones? Cron, for instance. We have some Cron, again, stocks breaking out finally, right? And we're in some 750 calls from 30 cents. I think they hit $1.30 now. Think about that. You got 10 contracts. And again, this is why I'm crying all the time. If you got 5 contracts, 10 contracts, whatever, you got $150 and it turns into $1,000, that's awesome. But think about what just happened. You just made almost 8 times your money. You should be doing a lot better than making $1,000, and that's why, again, this market, the runaway, I know we're ready to go. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. You're ready to go.
All right, I'm ready to go. I got to go to a funeral, and then I got to go to a couple of wakes. They're having 2 wakes, so I'm going to be gone for 2 days. But just trying to put it in perspective now that I'm actually having a moment of clarity. You got to be enjoying this market for what it is. Sure, it's disconnected from reality. Sure, stocks that have no valuation are going up and short squeezes and the most bizarre stuff is happening. But embrace that stuff. And that's where the technical analysis comes in. Technical analysis cuts through the bullshit because technical analysis is what it is. It is what it is. The stock is breaking this price. And then there's an if-then statement involved. So if you get Cron to break 768, then you get 796. If 796, you get 810. If 810, you get 873, which we're right there. So learning the technical analysis helps you with your target, helps you with your fear, helps you with your guidance, and knowing when you're getting in and getting out. Obviously, Spce is up 50% since we bought it. Do you think it's that great of an idea to buy now? No, but you get a little pullback, sure. Now, if that pullback becomes a breakdown, the only way you're going to know that is through technical analysis, okay? But in this market, you have to now, jump in, hold your nose, whatever they say. Like this company, I'll give you one more, but that RAD trade, right? We had it short. The price was $11.65. It got down to $11.65. I think it went to $11.40. And that was the end of the selling. So if the selling is over, now it's not about whether Rite Aid is going to be a turnaround story of a century. The shorts won from the 20s down to the 11 and change. Now they're going to cover, and some of these shorts will stay too long, and that makes it now goodbye at 1165, and look what happens. You get a 2 point points out of it. Same thing with the weed stocks. The shorts overstayed their welcome. We're finally getting some momentum to the upside. They're going to keep covering. That's why you want to stick around those weed stocks, and this is the third day of the rally. If these weed stocks stay good for the rest of today, we're probably going to get another 3 days out of this, and that's, again, another thing about the market. It generally works in 3-day increments. All right? God bless, and if you believe in that stuff. And remember, man, just try to have some fun with this. Don't take it too seriously. And again, when you come across an idea, I think the worst thing to do, and I know this sounds ridiculous, I'd rather lose money on an opportunity instead of not taking that chance at all. All right? I'll see you guys Friday morning. Just if you haven't come to the room, come to the room. We're building every day. We got a really tight-knit family of traders in here, all helping each other, throwing ideas around. And what's fantastic is now that I've taught enough people this situation about what we like and what works, is that now ideas are being thrown around all in the same type of trade, and we could pretty much feel confident that we're helping each other now and really growing this room. So I'm glad of what's going on. Obviously, I wish I was in 1 million shares of Spce right now, but again, on any pullback, as long as it holds 1250, I'm putting probably $100,000 into this stock, and I love it. I like the idea. I like the idea that this market's not going to go down. This is the kind of stock that usually runs in this type of market. Speculation. It's fun to own. Spaceship, rockets, Virgin Atlantic. Oh, just everything about it, just awesome. And don't forget, I'm a big Shatner fan, so I'll credit Shatner for getting me into the stock. And again, little technical analysis. It's fun to own a stock called Spce, and we're up 50% on it just like that. It's incredible. All right. I'll see you guys Friday morning. Stop in. We'll be trading some options, I'm sure, Friday morning. Good luck.